What's happening, people? We are back inside the building once again. I'm super excited to be here. As always, thank you to each and every one of you who is already here waiting for today's edition of what this is, and this is Requested Live. Thank you to each and every one of our fabulous subscribers. The growth has been absolutely mental over the last few months. This week we did finally hit 30,000 subscribers. I am over the moon. I am blown away. I did not ever expect to hit 30,000. I barely expected to hit 5,000. But here we are. We now have a community of 30,000 people who clearly don't mind me chatting away about music. So big up each and every one of you. And most of all, big up each and every one of you who joins us on these live sessions. We've got a lot to get through today. First of all, big up everyone involved. I've seen loads of people in the chat already, and the chat's done that thing that it always likes to do, where it resets itself. About an hour before we go live. However, we have come up with a solution to this, which we fixed last week, which I'm very, very excited about. Big up everyone helping in the Discord, primarily out to Dominic Andrews and Deadly Lord being very active today. All of your requests have actually been written down, and we now have everything ready to go. So we have a very interesting running order today. We're going to try and get through around 7 or 8 or so in regards to actual releases and reactions, which should be very enjoyable, and we've got loads of enjoyable conversation to be had as well. In general, it's looking like a very busy stream, lots of big names involved, and it's very, very much looking like it's going to be a good one. Out to everyone joining us nice and early. If you are in the chat, do send us a signal, do get involved, and let us know exactly what is on the way, how you're feeling, how has your week been, what have you got planned for the weekend. I won't lie to you, I am still recovering from last weekend. I had a very, very mental weekend. It was bank holiday here in the UK, and obviously in Brighton, and I live in Brighton basically, and we live down by the seaside. So a bank holiday when it's sunny basically turns into absolute pandemonium. I had two very, very, let's say, alcohol-heavy days, and then even a slightly alcohol-heavy Sunday, which I never normally do. So yeah, I was in the mud pretty much the first 3 days of the week. But we're back in business. We've managed to put together a few reactions. There's a wicked few projects that have dropped today as well. Terry's project sounds fantastic from what I've heard, and of course this brand new Boge album. Oh my god. It sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm very excited to get into that one. But there we go. We've got loads of stuff to get involved with today. As I said before, people, if you are in the chat, do send us a signal, and don't forget to throw a like on the video. It does make a massive difference. We're going to be streaming from around now until around 6:30ish. And yeah, we can't do this without your support, so big up each and every one of you involved. Out to everyone in the chat. Hewlett saying, I'm here. I hope my request made it. It may well have done. We shall see. Out to Deadly Lord each and every time. Good to see you. Out to Black Hand as well. Out to Faith saying, hi, Cub. I wouldn't be changing my request. Also, I might not be available for the live. Well, if you're not here, don't worry. I'm sure we've still got you. You were the first one on today's list, so we should be all good. Out to Dominic Andrews, laying down the law, as we love to see. Out to Kim Rankin in the chat as well. Out to IK Fuego. Out to David Andre Hyatt as well. Loads of people joining us nice and early. What more could you ask for? It's been very enjoyable to see so many of you joining us nice and early. Out to Adrissa saying, can we still make requests? If I'm being entirely honest, I think we already have a lot of requests already in, so it might not be the best one. As always, I do say we put these live streams up at around midday on the Friday. Literally get in as soon as you can and get your request in. That's the only way you can guarantee that it's going to be heard. We normally put them up around 12, usually sometimes even a bit earlier. If you don't get it in before then, the odds are that the regulars will pinch your spot. And we've got some very eager regulars who always get their stuff reacted to, and I love them for it. So make sure you get in nice and early. That's the best way to do it. As I said, we put the stream up at around 12. We go live at 5, so you have 5 hours to get your requests in, but do try and get them in as early as you possibly can. But yeah, we've got a very exciting selection on the way. As I said, guys, please make sure you are throwing a like on the video. We're going to make a start when we get up to 10 likes. It does make a massive difference to the stream. The more of you that are watching, obviously, and the more of you that hit that like button, it makes our stream more accessible to other people. We appear on more people's timelines. We appear on more people's feeds. So it makes such a massive difference when you guys do press that like button. And it takes about half a second for you guys. So yeah, do me a favor, basically. But yes, we are going to start today in traditional fashion. I very nearly just got cramp in my leg. That was absolutely terrifying. My legs are all over the place. I've played so much football over the last couple of days. So I am very much into the mud. But we are going to get into a new one off this Boj album, which I've actually been saving for the live stream tonight. I was going to react to it earlier, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to share this experience with you guys in the chat because I'm very excited for this one. And it is the sounds of Boj. Lecky Love featuring Buju and Fresh L. This one off the brand new Boj project, which sounds absolutely fantastic. Again, if you haven't heard it yet, I'm sure you're going to love it. The tracks I've reacted to off it sound fantastic. Out to Dominic Andrews in the chat saying, hi, CubCam, I can't stay today. That's all right, my friend. We have got your request in. But no, we don't have your request in. It's still TBD. So do let me know before you shoot what you want the request to be. Deadly Lord saying, CubCam, do the music video and play 117 for the Zerimer tune and stop it at 3:47, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, thank you for the specific timings. I appreciate that. That makes my life a lot easier. So, let me just clear my throat. I hate coughing on microphones, but there we go. As you can see, my voice is still very much in the mud from the weekend. Also, big up everyone who's watched the vlog we did up at the Diamond Platinum's launch show. We're going to be getting invited up to a few more of those, I think. Which should be very fun, and we are going to be doing some festival documentary stuff as well. So if you enjoy the documentary side of things, please do let me know. I enjoy putting those things together. They're always a lot of fun. But we're going to kickstart today's stream in style, and we're going to jump right into this one. The sounds of Boj, Lecky Love featuring Buju and Fresh L. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. It's really fun to say that quickly. But without further ado, let's get into this one. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm still losing my mind. I cannot get over the afternight. So I know I'm not supposed to call tonight, but I'm here anyway.
The skip on these drums is crazy. Again, this is off Boj's brand new album. This one is my suggestion for what we start the stream off with. That's a very funny still picture because of the fisheye angle. That's amazing. But yeah, this album's sounding fantastic so far. I am a massive fan of what Boj does, and I'm a massive fan of Buju, so this sounds like it's going to be a collaboration that definitely pulls out all the stops. Again, I'm a big fan of Buju. Not that familiar with Fresh L, but again, Buju right from the jump on this sounding clean. The percussion sounds very, very wavy, very kind of choppy, sounding very enjoyable indeed. Let's go.
So I want to say I'm missing your loving. Want to say I'm needing your touch. It's not enough, I'm giving, every day giving for loving. I want to say I'm missing your loving. Oh, some more, baby, some more me. Cause I'm in lucky fish one, I'm still trying to link up.
Just so nicely arranged, isn't it? The whole tune has this really kind of warm, wide vibe. You kind of get that combination of the kind of glint of the electric guitars combined with that kind of shuffling rhythm. Really, really nicely arranged tune. I've got to say, the whole track has this really kind of bubbly vibe to it as well, and you can hear those Buju vocals just sitting so cleanly on top of what's going on. I'm a massive fan of this one so far. Guys, how are we feeling about it? Let me know in the chat on the right-hand side. Have you listened to the Boj album yet? If you haven't, let me know why you haven't had a chance to take this beautiful body of work in yet. But yeah, this one's sounding cool. Loving the percussive approach, loving the kind of chop. I like this visualizer as well. I've got a real thing for these. I don't even know what the actual lens is called, but it's like a 360 lens. Perhaps I think that might be what they're called. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, let's get more into this one. Let's go.
Some more, oh, some more, still tryna link up.
You think I'm a bad boy, cause I'm a singer, but I'm tryna put a ring on your finger. I am eager, if I ain't with you, I go injure. I love that feeling of you laying on my belly. Me and you together, watching on some telly like news, baby, yo.
I'm loving the sounds of this one, man. I'm loving how kind of clunky it is. I'm loving that kind of natural, very organic sounding chop we're getting off the drums. That kind of weird syncopation between the electric guitars and almost the snare crashes. It's really cool how those two kind of work next to each other. Out to Deadly Lord saying the vlog was fire. Big up you, Deadly Lord. Thank you for watching. Dominic Andrews saying his suggestion is Blaqbonez Habit. Okay, cool. That's no worries. Hewlett saying definitely one of the standouts from the album, 9 out of 10. Deadly Lord saying 6 out of 10. Kind of offbeat, but it's just me. me. I wouldn't say it's offbeat. I'd say it's very heavily syncopated. It's got a very kind of organic swing to it. It's definitely purposeful. Like, it's not accidental. It's definitely something that's been done on purpose on an artistic front.
Hope you understand, this love is necessary, yo. Put it on me now, put it on me. Give it to me all night, what's it gon' be? She wanna be on top, I just wanna get it non-stop. Yeah, some mommy.
The reverse strings as well.
Cause I've been lucky phase one and I'm still trying to link up. Yeah.
Some more. Baby,
I love the bounce on it, man. It's got this really kind of bulbous, I don't even know how it's almost kind of lumpy, the way the tune just kind of waddles along, but it has this beautiful overall kind of texture to it. Again, that kind of transition between the different vocal layers works wonders as well. There's something so refreshing about this, man. Again, the whole project is extremely refreshing on a kind of musical level. Obviously, we've heard Culture already. We've heard In the Loop already. We've heard the collaboration with Davido and Mr. Easy. And I think we've heard the Amare tune on there before. But everything else is new from what I understand. And everything sounds so just interesting and cool and out there. Teka saying Boj is one of the leaders of Alte music, definitely. From what I've heard of the sort of Alte subgenre, this is definitely, from what I've heard from him, he definitely sounds like one of the people really leading the pack, I've got to say. But there we go, guys. Make sure you're getting your ratings in on the right-hand side of the page. If you are locked in and you're not getting involved in the conversation, that's fine. But this show is all about you. The show gets a lot better the more you guys get involved. So I want to hear your ratings for the tune. Let me know what you like about the tune. Let me know what you dislike about the tune. Just get involved in the chat on the right hand side and let me know how you're feeling about this one. A rating out of 10, and we'll run through those in just a second. Let's do the final 30 seconds and see where we go.
Cause I'm in lucky phase one, I'm still trying to link up, yo. Some more, some more me. Some more, still trying to link up, yo.
Feeling you, baby, you know the drill. Driving to Banana like which side I got a pill. Came out, swag is on the mill. This thing is for life and I'm liking how I feel. I'm the freshest out, kisses on your neck, I'm out. Telling all the misses they can miss me with
I really like this as a visualizer as well. I don't know why, it just makes everyone's head look like they're Crash Bandicoot, which is Cortex, sorry, from Crash Bandicoot. It's really cool how it just kind of gives you this kind of spacey, otherworldly look. I don't know if that's just because of the kind of visual of Crash Bandicoot when you have that planet where there's all the stuff. Well, I think it's Nitro Planet or something like that, where you have all the different stuff poking out of it. But I don't know, it just reminds me of sort of that the circle and the world planet just reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. I don't know why. But there we go. The sounds of Boj on this one. Lecky Love featuring Buju and Fresh L. As always on these live streams, we only do 2.5 minutes of each tune just to make sure the streams don't get taken down. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. I think Boj's approach is fantastic. Again, we know what he can do with those vocals. He has such a naturally kind of drippy vocal approach as well. It's always very smooth, very kind of, not even lo-fi, but just very kind of, it's quite a low-ended voice, but it just covers so much area, so much texture, you know? Really nice. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one on the right-hand side as well. We're going to be going through your ratings when they land. But that's just kind of how it sounds to me. You know, I'm seeing people saying Crash Bandicoot is a classic elite reference. That's just kind of what it looks like to me. I don't know if that is just me, but that visualizer, it just reminds me of that. And I don't know whether it's like a main thing in the game or it's just like a one-off scene, but there's definitely a bit in Crash Bandicoot where you've got that planet and there's like stuff sticking out of the planet and it's like really like oversized and undersized at the same time. That's definitely a Crash Bandicoot thing. But yeah, overall love this one. Buju sounds fantastic. Again, Buju and Boj is such a cool combination, both to say and to listen to, which is really enjoyable. But there we go, big fan of this one. Out to Oliapo in the chat. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you are good. Oliapo saying hello, everyone. There we go. Good to see you. Good to see you, Oliapo. As always, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to see each and every one of you. To be honest with you, it's always very enjoyable to do these streams. But there we go. We are going to move on to the next one. Ratings-wise from me, this is going to be... I'm going to go for a 7.5/8. It's in that kind of range for me. Deadly Lord gave this one a 6. Hewlett giving this one a 9. Interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. And we are off and away. Very exciting stuff. So, the first one on today's listing from you guys comes to us from Faith, who may not be able to join us. However, we are going to be getting into this one now. It comes to us from Tuface 10 years ago. Again, off the official Tubaba YouTube channel. This one, Raindrops. Now, again, I don't really know much about this tune. Hewlett's saying, will you review the album? I will be putting together a full album review next week. Yeah, I can't not. It's too good a project to just like leave and occasionally flick into. I have to do a full album review. I'm going to sit down as well before I do the album review, literally track for track, write my notes up as I always do, and then bring you like a full sort of, they're usually around 12-15 minutes, but like breaking down each tune individually. And I love to do them. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one next week. That'll probably drop on Wednesday. So there we go. The sounds of Tuface next coming in. I'm getting so many promo emails. It's Friday. It's been a very busy Friday in regards to new music. And also, I've been watching snooker all day. So, you know, yes, I do watch snooker. Snooker's very fun.
Do you think any of...
Right, this is the next one on today's listing. Out to Hewlett in the chat being very active today. It's good to see so many of you joining us. Out to FRNK1 for saying, please react to Louis, upcoming artist from Tanzania. He is lit ASF. Again, if you've got requests, normally the best way to get them in is get them in right at the start of the stream when we actually put the thing up. Otherwise, we will not be able to get around to them. Basically, we do have a limited amount of time. But yeah, we're going to get into this one next. I'm very excited to see who's on the come up in Tanzania, though, purely because it's such a cool place. Good Vibes saying, check out Kwesi Arthur's album. It's free. Out to Fade 96 Storm saying, hey up, Cam, how's your day going so far? My day's going good. I'm in a lot of pain. Played, how many hours of football? I've played nearly 2.5 hours of football this week, so... yeah, I'm struggling a little bit in that. My voice is still recovering from Tuesday as well. As you can probably hear, I'm a little bit croaky. That's why I haven't put that many reactions up today. Normally, I'd be all over it, but I wanted to rest my voice so I'd be able to do this show tonight with you guys. But no, I'm feeling good, sir. I'm feeling good. How are you, Fade 96 Storm? And Deadly Lord saying, Kendrick Lamar album dropping this month as well. Dropping this month coming, and I am hyped about it. You know what? I am... 50-50 on Kendrick Lamar. I think he's probably one of the best lyricists we have seen, but I don't know. There's something about his actual vocal approach that I'm not that big a fan of. I think that's just me, though. This one comes to us from Faith Kome asking when the request is coming in. Kome, you are after this one. You are directly after this one. But yeah, we're going to jump into this one now. Out to everyone joining us. Of course, if you haven't already, please throw a like on the video. I cannot stress enough how much of a difference it makes when you guys do it, so please do get involved and throw a like on the video right away. Right, we're going to jump into this one then. A classic by the looks of things. The sounds of Raindrops from Tuface. Let's get into it right about now. Trusty Red Stripe. That'll bring my voice back.
Visit irockin.com for more Nigerian music anytime, anywhere.
Let's go. There's a few of them with that video reel coming. Cool.
Just like raindrops falling from my eyes.
Okay.
Just like teardrops falling from the sky.
Such a roots head. This is really nice to hear. Beautiful sounding introduction on this one. Again, very, like, from a kind of actual reggae perspective, this sounds really like this sounds like a really early 2000s tune. Just the way it's been kind of put together, the actual kind of instrumentation used for the syncopated chords, the bass line down below has a really kind of digital feel. This is kind of in the era where, I don't actually know where this is from, but this sounds like it's from the kind of middle era between where we are now and the end of the kind of digital revolution in dancehall music, where everything suddenly was made on computers rather than with live bands. This sounds like it's sort of in that period between those two sort of time periods, because now we're at a point where everyone's back to doing everything live. For the actual cool parts of instrumentation, this sounds like when everything was kind of digitalized but trying to sound like it was live again, which is a really cool middle period.
Now I have to pay the price. Pay the price. See young man, be careful and think it's wise. Before you choose to lose,
Love the bass line on that.
So you don't have raindrops falling from your eyes. A blessing in disguise. Oh, what a sacrifice, a sacrifice. see them.
So clean, man. That bass line underneath sounds really, really good. Out to FRNK1 with what I believe is the Tanzanian flag. I'm terrible at flags, by the way, so I'm pretty sure that is the Tanzanian flag. But yeah, this sounding fantastic, man. Again, this is definitely a tune that hasn't aged badly at all. It's definitely translated quite well to a more sort of modern idiom, shall we say, the way it's actually sounding. The whole approach to the tune translates really nicely. Loving the kind of glittery feel of a lot of the high end in this as well. It gives it a really nice kind of colourful, very kind of almost mystic kind of feel. All the kind of glittering instrumentation, the kind of like kind of metallic rolls and things like that. It sounds really, really good. And again, those drums sound so clean. Just the hit of the snare drum, the sort of one drop of the snare and the kick underneath sounds so clean. Right, let's crack on.
Them are writing stuff about me. Most of them I know, just only one destroy me. All them no get another story. On top my pen, they want to claim, say them only see I fear them. These girls are very deadly, but before I say so, I check I'm nobody rape me. I love them, plus my bikini's jelly. They are my little sensi, and I respect them. All them will be advice me when talking me truthfully. See, I don't have no time. Oh, no hypocrisy.
Got a proper, yeah, I definitely would kind of, I would definitely put this into that. Again, I don't know the specifics of when this one came out, but it definitely sounds to me, this is a sign of kind of similar era, kind of, just to pinpoint. This sounds like it was in a similar era to Marlon Asher's Ganja Farmer. That's the sort of era it sounds like it's from in regards to the actual way the tune's been produced, the kind of sonic direction. You can hear those digital elements are still there, but you can hear the kind of wanting to sound more kind of realistic again, wanting to sound more kind of organic and less digitalized. This sounds really, really nice, though. I'm loving the approach to it. As always, guys, let me know your thoughts on the right-hand side. Out to Ugo, good to see you, saying legend of Nigerian music. Ugo, you are so active on the comments of my videos, and I cannot thank you enough. It makes such a difference when people comment on videos, so big up you. Let's crack on.
I'm not going for the people that treat them eyes in my mother. I know some people will say some things that will cut like a knife. They make me the one, so they my right. Making me feel like I'm on the road. Just like raindrops falling from my eyes. Just like teardrops falling from the sky. It is like a blessing, in disguise.
The actual vocal lines he's taking, they remind me a little bit of kind of like a Sizzler, maybe. The actual vocal direction he's going in, the melodies he's using, they sound very, very similar to a lot of Sizzler sounds. Out to Collins saying, please play Yori Yori by Bracket. I don't think we'll have time today. As always, please do get in as early as you can. Fade 96 Storm saying the glasses also give off the early 2000s vibe. He has such a good voice. He definitely has a voice that translates to now as well. Ateka saying Jam 8 out of 10. Hewlett saying, do you consider an artist making music that's not necessarily rooted in your original cultural background appropriation? I mean, it depends entirely on the situation, to be honest with you. Like, if it's something you've grown up with, if it's a sound that's always kind of been there for you, then I don't know. The thing is, appropriation isn't for the person who could potentially be appropriating to decide. It's not for them to decide. Like, there are a lot of people that would consider me reacting to the music I react to appropriation. I like to think it's not, but that's not for me to decide at the end of the day, you know? Like, that's not how you choose who's appropriated. This one came out in 2011, I think. Okay, cool. So, yeah, it's a few years after the era I thought it would be. Kimmer Rankin, thank you for the info. FRNK1 saying, I'm actually enjoying your live. Fire emoji. Thank you for joining us. It's great to see you. If this is your first time, thank you. It's always good to get people into the chat. We love to keep the chat busy, so do feel free to get involved in this one. Deadly Lord saying, definitely Sizzler sounding. But, yeah, Hewlett, back to your point. Again, I don't know, you know. It's very, very dependent on the sound itself, your kind of actual background within the sound, your history within the sound as well. Like, if it's something you grew up listening to, then why would it be? But again, it's not for you to decide. It's a very complex kind of scenario to find yourself in. Like, there are people that kind of I don't know, there are people that would consider, for instance, a lot of UK artists that do kind of more Afrobeats influenced stuff appropriating. Like, there are people that would consider a lot of reggae artists there are people that would consider Alborosie appropriating reggae music. There would be people that consider that. Again, it's such a complex kind of issue. And again, it's so personalized to each individual scenario. There isn't like a blanket answer to it, to be honest with you. It's so situational. And again, it's probably not for me to decide, you know. So my opinion on it is very kind of invalid either way. But yeah, Snowboy saying, "Hey bro, how are you doing today?" I'm good, sir. I'm good. Again, apologies about the voice I currently have. I'm still struggling a little bit from the Diamond Platinum show, which again was good. Go and check out the vlog on the page if you haven't already. But yeah, we'll finish off listening to another 30 seconds of this one. Guys, let's get your ratings in on this one. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. How well does it translate to now, 10 years on? How well does it translate on? Out to Ugo as well, saying CubCamTV forever. Big up you each and every time. Big up you.
Now we fail to realize. Now I have to pay the price. Pay the price. See young man, be careful and think it twice. Before you choose to use your device. So you don't have raindrops falling from your eyes. When you see a blessing in disguise. Oh, what a sacrifice.
Beautiful, man.
I see it.
Beautiful tune. We are going to finish it off there. Tuface with Raindrops. I'm a big fan of this one. Out to Faith for suggesting this one. Guys, how are we feeling about this one? Let me know in the chat on the right-hand side. I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you. As I always say, this stream is as much about you guys as it is about me. I'm literally your commentator for the evening. It's about the music you guys suggest. It's about the music you guys want me to play. And we sit down and discuss it together. I always say I want this to be a very kind of open music forum, so I want to hear your opinions on each and every one. That's what makes the stream fun at the end of the day. It's the conversation, and I thrive off seeing what you guys think about things. So there we go. Going through the ratings then, Deadly Lord with a 7.8 out of 10 on this one. Big sounding tunes. He says it's fire. Oliapo with the 9 out of 10 on this one as well. FRNK1 with the 8 out of 10. Snowboy saying, please today I really want you to play the song I ask you for the last time, please, which is Mastercraft featuring Thrippy's Knack, please. Again, the only way to get the stuff reacted to is to get in nice and early, I'm afraid. We've already got about 15, 16 requests. I can only normally do 8 or 9 a stream. So yeah, unfortunately, the best way to do it is to get in nice and early, or you can check out the Patreon, because there is a request system on the Patreon. So yeah, we're going to be doing some more stuff via Patreon soon as well, so that's probably the best way. If you really, really want something reacted to, that's the best way to do it. Again, I am kind of limited on time. I'm back into radio now as well, so my time's limited, but I want to make sure we're doing these streams as much as we can. But there we go, guys. Very enjoyable tune. This one, the sounds of Tuface, Raindrops. Very enjoyable tune. Very rootsy. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. Guys, make sure you're throwing a like on the video as we move into the next track of the day. Coming to us from Kome, who has suggested this one. I'm out of breath. But there we go. 30 million plays on this one. Kukere from Iyanya. Let's go. DFDS. I don't actually know what DFDS is. Duty free direct store. I don't know.
Visit irocking.com for more Nigerian music anytime, anywhere.
There we go then. We are going to jump in from here. Kome's jam this time around. I'm always very wary now of Kome's suggestions, just in case I'm getting pranked again. But I trust you. I trust you, just about. But yeah, guys, how are we all feeling out there? I hope everyone is doing okay. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining us on today's stream. We're looking very healthy so far. It's great to see so many of you getting involved. I love doing these streams on a Friday. It just puts me in a good mood for the weekend. Obviously, it means we get extra content for the weekend as well. And the content, this is why I love it more than anything else, because you guys get to decide the content for the channel. Because then I will chop all of these videos up and then they'll go up and they'll be up because you guys are the ones that have suggested them, you know? That's why it's such a kind of cool scenario to be in. It makes my life easier. You guys get the content you want to see. It works both ways. Everyone wins. So there we go. But yeah, we're going to get into this one. Iyanya on this one. It goes by the name Kukere. I'm very excited to get into it. Kome's suggestion. So let's go.
All my ladies. All my ladies, décalé, where décalé.
The tunes on the beat.
When did this come out, by the way? Because the actual rhythms translate really nicely. Out to Lillian joining us as well. Good to see you. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope everything is good your end. Good to see you in here. But yeah, again, straight away you can hear those very kind of euphoric kind of synthesizer lines straight in from the jump. I don't know anything about this tune, so I don't know, but you can definitely kind of hear the sort of scenario that's going on. Again, love the drums, love the overall approach to this one. Again, didn't Iyanya recently do a tune with Ayra Starr? Am I making it up? I'm pretty sure we reacted to an Iyanya tune with Ayra Starr very, very recently. But yeah, sounding fun.
Thankful for all he has done. So me, I wanna have some fun. Steady looking to the early morning.
I love the sort of situation we're hearing with the drums on this one. There's something really, really fun about the fact you've got these very layered different sections. You've got some very, I don't know if it specifically is, but it sounds very much like a set of congas kind of doing the lower end. And again, you've got these big kind of clap sounding kind of shuffles going on as well. Really, really nice on the overall arrangement of this one. Very kind of colourful drums, I've got to say. Kim Rankin saying, yeah, 2K13 on this one. That's a very fun year. I had a great 2013. I remember that year. That was a good year. I sound like I'm selling wine. But yeah, Deadly Lord saying this song is a classic 8 out of 10. Snowboy saying, bro, what to do before you play the song, I ask you. So essentially what you need to do is every Friday I put the stream kind of schedule up at around 12 on the page, so you can go and look and it'll say we are going live at this point. You can click on the video there and get your requests in right from the jump. That's how everyone else does it. But yeah, very much the best way to kind of get involved. But yeah, FRNK1, back in the days, in every club you'll hear this song playing. It was lit, still is. There we go, good stuff. It's definitely got a jump to it.
Yesterday, Star was fun. I'm a Dunkalian, come get some. I'm on the run. Enemies, them fire burn. Who are them? Let's say,
2012.
No man can cause it. Say, Ale, ale,
There's so much energy in the drums, man. This sounds wicked. Like, I'd love to hear. You know what? This is the sort of tune that I would love to have kind of, I suppose, had the interest and had the kind of knowledge at the time to kind of understand. At the moment, like when this is the thing. Dara, good to see you first of all. Dara, good to see you in the chat, saying yes, there's one with Star. I think it's called Call Me, but not sure of the title. It's Call Me. We've done the reaction to it, and I've played it on radio, I believe. So, yeah, going through these chats again. Colin saying this one came out in 2012. Cool, yeah, that's the thing it says on there as well. Oli Apo saying, yeah, it's him. They're from the same state. I'm pretty sure someone above said MC Galaxy is the one doing the funny dance moves. Interesting stuff. Yeah, loads of conversation going on. But yeah, this is a tune that I would love to have kind of been in a club to understand at the time, you know. Again, I'm still very new to this entire sound. My history is very much stooped in kind of reggae and dancehall and UK sounds, but the last 3 years has been very enjoyable, kind of exploring stuff here on the channel. And yeah, very much enjoying the direction of this one. It sounds proper timeless, man. Kome saying this song was popular worldwide.
All my ladies, all my ladies,
There's lots of really nice little details in this, whether it's the kind of auto-tune vocals panning from side to side, whether it's the kind of intricacies of the kind of percussive instrumentation below. But yeah, overall it does definitely, I think this actually holds up quite well. Definitely it's definitely of the time, without a shadow of a doubt, and you can tell that, but it doesn't sound like corny now. It still sounds like it could, to be honest, it sounds like it could turn up a dance now, which would always be a giggle to see. It'd always be good fun to see, to be honest with you, but there we go. We're going to give this one another 30 seconds or so, so guys, please do get your ratings for this one in on the right-hand side. Let me know your thoughts. Does it hold up to this day? Yeah, let me know in the chat on the right-hand side. Let's go! We're going to finish that one off here then. The sounds of Iyanya with a Kukere. Very exciting tune indeed. Full of energy, full of flavour, and definitely one that has put a smile on my face this afternoon. There we go. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. If you are, throw a fire emoji in there. Or just let me know how you're feeling about the tune. So Ateka giving this one an 8.5 rating. Very interesting stuff indeed. Deadly Lord giving this one an 8 out of 10 as well. Very, very enjoyable stuff, saying classic. Dara saying thank you, always fun to be here. It's always fun to have you, Dara. Thanks for joining. Oliapo saying 9 out of 10 on this one. FRNK1 saying 9 out of 10 as well. Hewlett saying, "Lol, that would be fair. He never transcended to this moment." Oh, that's in response to something further up in the chat. But there we go, guys. Very exciting stuff. We've had a very busy start to the stream so far. And I'm loving going through these. We're going to move on to track number 4 next. This one coming to us from Oliapo's suggestions. Always puts in bangers, I've got to say. And it's a Wizkid tune, so let's see. Let's see where we go with this one. Wiz has a tune on the new Boj album as well. Big up David Andre Hyatt, how are you doing? I hope you are good. Always good to see you in the stream, my friend. I hope everything is good your end. Yes. But yeah, so I'm assuming we're going to watch the video. I don't know if that's an official video. Are we doing the video? That doesn't look like an official video. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just do audio. I am going to wait for Oliapo to tell me what he wants. Which one? Which one? Let me know. Just tell me which one. Just tell me. Collins saying 8 out of 10 on the previous track as well. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Oh. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, do make sure you are following the Discord page as well. We are we're not putting that much effort into it. It's just a good place to kind of reconnect. Once we've got like a big selection of people involved, then we'll start doing some more Discord-specific stuff. Maybe some kind of Q&As and some live uploads and things like that. But yes. I'm going to put the link to the Discord in the chat right about now. If you haven't already joined, do make sure you are joining. Oliapo saying, yes, that's the video. Okay, cool. We can get on to that then. Cool. So here we go then. Wizkid, this one, Holla at Your Boy. This one, the official video, coming to us live on Requested Live. This one suggested by Oliapo. Very excited to jump into it. As always, it's always fun to explore Wizkid's releases on the live stream. So yeah, very excited to jump into it. As always, friends, if you haven't already, please make sure you are liking the video. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you're hitting subscribe at the same time. At KXVU on Instagram as well. Follow me on there if you haven't already. I'm trying to upload a bit more on Insta recently. I've been very slack with my Insta. But we are still uploading. We're still posting. And you also get to see me play football on there, which is always fun. And you get to see some of the stupidly weird goals that I score. Where am I fast forwarding it to?
I don't need to spend my
cool. We'll go from about here. Right, we're going to jump into this one now then. Wizkid, Holla at Your Boy. Let's go.
It's your boy Wizzy.
Many eons ago.
Yes. When you see me come around, I I got you looking at me. I don't need to spend my cash. Cause my swag's not hard to see. Cause my swag don't lie, you can't deny.
This is amazing.
Right, yeah. You'll be alright, just be
So this is Wizkid, Grammy nominated Wizkid, yeah. Madness! Oh, it's mad how far he's kind of come, man. It's mad how much he's changed. It's mad where his sound's kind of gone over the years. This sounds like every kind of R&B tune that was coming out of the UK around 2011, 2012. This is so way back when. It reminds me of... I'm trying to think. It reminds me of... who does it remind me of? It reminds me of, like, I don't know, Louis Kessien or people like that, like people who are coming out of the UK. Like, it sounds so UK, this, I can't lie, the whole approach to it. FRNK1 saying, Louis, my queen, please. Again, I don't know if we're going to have time today. Alongside this, there's a conversation going on there. David Andre Hart saying Wizkid coming like 1960s techno miles. Oliapo saying, young Wizkid. Young Wizkid indeed.
My side. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for long thing. You should feel so good just standing by my side. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for long thing. You should feel so good just standing by my side.
You know what it is? It's something in the instrumentation that catches me.
I got my swag. I like your boy.
It's the listen to the synthesizer and you're going to hear this really kind of classic, again from this kind of time period, this very classic kind of rave style synth, and it's literally going in the background, just in the background, and it was used on so many hip hop instrumentals. It's used on so many kind of R&B tunes. It's just such a classic sound. A lot of comparisons to Chris Brown in the chat. David Andre Hart saying it gives a Chris Brown and Usher vibe. Deadly Lord saying Chris Brown vibe. Early Chris Brown. Again, it's just early, and that's the thing. I think when you are a singer and you're young and you are kind of finding your way, I feel everyone from this kind of era now was doing this at this kind of time period. They were doing this very kind of badly mixed, very like attempting to be melodic. Did I peep Ice Prince on the bike? I didn't clock it was Ice Prince. No, that's mad.
You got me thinking there's many things I can do to you. Hey girl, you got me wishing I could take you on with me. Let's take one step.
It's so enjoyable though, man. Like, this is the thing. I haven't heard this before, but it makes me feel like I have. It has a naturally kind of embrace of nostalgia around the way it comes off. Hewlett saying a lot of the music from that time was them trying to give their best impressions of their influences. Entirely what it is. Everyone's just trying to be super melodic. People whose voices haven't kind of got to the actual stage they need to be yet, trying to do way too much. You listen to the majority of like the most popular R&B, the melodies tend to arrive towards the end of the tune. These super kind of crazy vocal riffs, whether it be like a Mariah Carey or like for instance, Mario Let Me Love You is a tune I always kind of go for. In these kind of scenarios, because he doesn't start going crazy vocally towards the end. The rest is all very kind of mid-range, 2 or 3, 4 notes. It's all very, very simple, and it's something that as a young artist you don't really realise. Keeping things simple is just always the best way to go. Overcomplicating things makes things more messy. And obviously this tune does sound a little messy. It's supposed to sound a little messy. It's an early point of development, but it's so interesting.
Part of time, 2 by no, be my girl. With you I roll, you're fresh and fly. Don't deny nothing is better. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for long thing. Just standing by my side. No need for fronting, girl. Let me tell you something, girl. No need for fronting. Just standing.
Even just little things like this, just proper, they just proper catch me, man. It's so mad. It's so mad just how different he looks, for one. Just how young he comes across. The difference in style, the difference in kind of rhythm, the difference in kind of just I'm trying to think of the best way. Kind of composure more than anything else. This is such an interesting thing to kind of throw back to, man. Really, really enjoying this so much. But there we go. Zorix saying, how can I request a song? Essentially, you need to get in very, very early if you want to request a song, because all the request slots are now full up. We're going to be going till about 6:30. But up until then, we have got a ton of requests already in, unfortunately. But do stick around for the ride. It's always very enjoyable. Please do feel free to get involved in the conversations. We're going to give this one another 30 seconds or so. So, guys, let me know your thoughts on the right-hand side of the page. Do we reckon this has translated very well? What are our thoughts on the tune in general? I don't really think we should ask for ratings on this one because it's such a different kind of era. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the tune on the right-hand side.
All of you out of this class now! Wizkid, stay back!
It's not okay. What? As if that was what I just saw is in the video. Madness. Hewlett saying, crazy how far the soundscape has evolved. There's so much diversity in today's music. Entirely. Like the amount of different scenarios you kind of find yourself in musically now, it's crazy. The amount of different influences, the fact that everything has kind of everything's evolved and everything's been kind of polished at this point. Like everything you hear now is a polished kind of evolution of 20-30 years. But yeah, Como saying, next time I will sell my request space for $100. Seems like a lot of people come. People always come late, but everyone learns eventually, and then people get in early, and then it all happens. IK Fuego saying, I'm silent, but that scene is jokes. Bro, it's very mad. It's very, very mad. What's good, IK? How you doing? Are you all good? I hope you are good. Good to see you in the chat, of course. Always is good to see you. It's always good to see our regulars in here. But yeah, madness. That last scene is a madness, man. Like, you couldn't get away with that today. Are you mad? Mental. But yeah, there we go. We're going to move forward now then into Dominic Andrews' suggestion. His is a Blaqbonez tune, I believe. I believe. Yesterday. I need to find his suggestion. Blaqbonez Habba, the official video. There we go. Right, we're going to move forward then, people, into our next suggestion of the day. Have another big sip of my Red Stripe pint. Chin chin. It's Friday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, it is 5 o'clock here. But yeah, guys, how are we all feeling? What have we got planned for the weekend? What are we all up to? I'm hoping to have a very relaxed weekend this weekend myself, to be honest with you. I need to recover from last weekend still, and I've got a very busy week next week. So yeah, how are we all feeling? Are we all good? Are we all having a good Friday? What's everyone up to this Friday? Are people going out? Are people going out on the town? Are people chilling? Are people relaxing? Talk to me. Let me know what you've got going on. We're going to jump into this one now, though. Blaqbonez with Habba. Again, this one, Dominic Andrews' suggestion. He's very good at taking us through different artists. There we go. We'll start off on this one. Blaqbonez Habba, the official video. Out to everyone locked in tonight. Deadly Lord saying he's out partying. Good for you. Good for you, sir. I'm not partying myself. I'm going to an event and I'm going to a venue. But I'm literally going to watch my friend, Marauder, who's one of my partners at work, who I DJ with a lot of the time. He's got a D&B set at Concord in Brighton, which is quite a prestigious venue down here, and he's lead support, so I'm going to go down and be there to support him for that. But yeah, should be good. Should be good. Right, we're going to jump into this one then. Blaqbonez Habba. Let's see how it sounds. Love that line.
Shine on the end, don't it lose my mental. Oh, big money done his dagger.
This sounds so like gnarly. Like all the instrumentation just has a really kind of low-ended feel. All of the kind of Again, all of the kind of instrumentation, all of the kind of melodies are all descending. It's all very kind of dark, very dingy. Again, very swampy, and with that kind of almost noir-sounding saxophone line over the top, it just has a really kind of villainous vibe about the whole way the tune's been put together. Again, I don't really know much about this tune. It's off an album that Dominic Andrews put into the chat earlier. See if I can find it. He did say he wasn't sticking around, so I'm not going to bother asking him to tell us. It's off the Sex Over Love album from Blaqbonez. Okay, cool. We're going to crack on with this one then. Sounding really, really cool. Out to Zachariah saying check out Cade with Ski. We are going to get into some Cade next week. I have got it earmarked to actually listen to and record. I saw it was coming out today. We're going to get into it next week, so don't worry about that one. We will be doing it very soon. Produced by Ty Pay. He produced the majority of Blaqbonez' recent album. There we go. Big up IK with the info. That's what I'm talking about.
Big better done it, DJ done it, scatter. Oh, be like a fight in my trouser. And the energy, my way done they go. Me I done they slow. She dey whine it like go rodo. Make your man wanna go low.
I love the melody.
My way done they go. Me I done they slow. She dey whine it like go rodo.
Really reminds me of a lot of Rema stuff. I don't know what it is. The kind of melodies, the kind of quite dissonant melodic directions he goes in. This really reminds me of a lot of Rema's stuff. Again, not necessarily inspired, but sounding very almost Middle Eastern. The actual scales that he's using to kind of roll up and down with, that kind of that sort of the Arabic scale essentially is what he's kind of riding up and down. Sounds really, really cool. The video again is a very typical looking Blaqbonez video, I've got to say, but his choice of vocal melodies always keeps me interesting, man. Deadly Lord saying this one 6 out of 10, not my type of style. That's fair enough. Black Hand saying I'm not the biggest fan of Blaqbonez' new style, but I'll always cheer him on. That's good to hear. But yeah, let's crack on.
Make him wanna go low. Tell her me she kinda. But she said she want wine until the man die. But I know if he die, I get it 9 lives. Me she kinda. But she said she want wine until the man die. But I know if he die, I get it 9 lives. Abba, waiting with the matter. She not because I get it right.
The video is really cool as well. Very typical kind of Blaqbonez video. A very kind of close, intimate scene with a girl involved. A kind of visually interesting wide shot. These are things we've always seen in Blaqbonez videos. And it looks really good. Hewlett saying Rema definitely influenced this one. Was this one out before Rema was popping? No. This is the era that Rema started popping in, so there's probably a cross-influence in there, realistically. But you can definitely hear it in the melodies. Even if it's not an influence, there's a serious similarity in kind of harmonic structure and genuine kind of style, more than anything else, the directions he goes in. But I'm really liking this one. Guys, how are we feeling about it on the chat on the right-hand side? Let's get some ratings in, people. This is all about you guys rating things as much as I am, so let me know your thoughts.
Where you want to keep me from my mama? I don't need lose my temper. Maka say your eyes. She no go live until I wire. Take us so free wine, me I no come cry for ya. Many rappers done try to end me. If your booty was a rapper, it's for deadly. Make a man scream my oh my baby, why?
Love that melodic dip, that I don't know what it is. There's something so intoxicating, encapsulating about the way that works. Hewlett giving this one a 4 out of 10. That's quite low, I won't lie, but fair enough. DNA News TV saying just logged in. Thanks for joining us, DNA News TV. Thanks for joining the stream. It's always good to see people involved. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening to be with us today. There we go. Out to everyone in the chat as well. If you are a silent listener, big up you, but do say hello, and we'll shout you out on the stream. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. We're going to roll forward with this one, give it another 30 seconds or so. Let us know your thoughts, people. Let me know your ratings for it as well. Let's go.
These rappers talking plenty. If that booty was a rapper, it'll impress me. And the Hennessy, my way down they go. Me I done they slow. She dey whine it like go rodo. Make your man wanna go low. The Hennessy, my way down they go. Me them I wanna go low. Tell her me she kinda. But she said she want wine until the man dies.
There we go. Gonna finish that one off there then. The sounds of Blaqbonez with Hubba. Very enjoyable tune. Got a little bit lost with the kind of context of the video. I'm assuming he's being kind of kidnapped, I think that's what's going on, because he keeps waking up and he's in different scenarios with this girl. I don't know. I think that's what's going on, but I may well be wrong. Or he's just getting mullered every single day and ending up with the same girl. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? But there we go. We're going to move forward on to the next one. And we are going to get into our next suggestion of the day. Guys, it's great to see so many of you involved in tonight's stream. I'm having a very good time, and we are getting through these very, very quickly. Coming up next then, a suggestion from Deadly Lord, who is in the chat. He's very active, and he's given specific instructions on this one from Zerimer with Iyanya. Trinidad business. Let's go. Right. Right, let's read through some of these comments. Loads of stuff just came in. D&A News TV, this is a Spanish artist. I'm presuming that's in... I don't know what that's in response to. Black Hand saying, if that booty was a rapper, it'd impress me. Blaqbonez never misses a chance to take a shot at rappers. The thing is, I don't follow him on socials, so I never see it, but I'm assuming that's a very normal thing for him to do. Out to Olowadamiliola. I think that's how they pronounce it. Apologies if that's wrong. Sorry, my phonetics are terrible. Just discovered your channel. I've binged so many reviews of yours, you won't believe it. I would like to know your thoughts on Tomi Owo's Rora and Brymo's album 9, and also Winter and Martin. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But what I would suggest doing is literally getting a request in for this show, and then I'll be able to listen to it live with you. That's the best way to do it. But get your requests in from 12 midday. That's the best way to do it, because otherwise you'll miss out. It's that simple. Right, we're going to jump into this one next then. I need to find what Deadly Lord said about his suggestion. Play it from 117 is what he said. There we go. Oh.
Yo, Trini.
Right, there we go then. We're going to jump into this one now. This one comes to us from Deadly Lord. This is his suggestion, Zerimer with Iyanya. Very, very exciting to get into this one. As always, big up Deadly Lord. Very active in the chat. It's always good to see so many active people. I know you bring a few people through as well, so big up you each and every time. Big up Deadly Lord as well. Him and Dominic Andrews were very helpful with today's stream. Getting involved in the Discord group. Basically making sure that everything's in the right order. Big up them each and every time, keeping it nice and fair. But yeah, we're going to jump into this one. We reacted to a Zerimer tune last week, I believe, as well, which is now up on the channel. This one goes by the name Iyanya. So let's jump into it, people. Very excited to see how this one sounds. Let's go. It's wow, it's nearly 6 o'clock. We've only got half an hour left. Wow.
Yo, Trini. What them know about? What them know about East?
With them know about Iyanya, man. Guns them me all kind of religion. Hey, mama fi ask fi a healing and chew a little pussy, son make a wrong decision. With them know about these bad man talks them from Ashby and Malabar Garden. With them know about the MP5 from Malta and the Ruger from Walton. Tell them this and no place song. Guns them me all kind of religion.
I love that like kind of sharp stab. That kind of sort of sound, really, really cool. Just kind of brings the, it almost works as like a cymbal or an explosion or something like that, just to kind of introduce a new phrase. Really kind of cool thing to add into the mix, I've got to say. This one vocally sounds very clean. We listened to a Zerimer tune last week again. I believe he's for Trinidad, I believe, from where he's from. I'm pretty sure it's Trinidad, obviously representing that Trinidad sound. Very, very clean though, man. Very, very clean. Just very precise in the kind of vocal direction he's going. Very precise in the actual lyricism as well. Clean though. Very, very clean. Let's see how it goes.
Hey, mama fi ask fi a healing and chew a little pussy, son make a wrong decision. With them know about these bad man talks them from Ashby and Malabar Garden. With them know about the MP5 from Malta and the Ruger from Walton. Tell them this and none place. You me in that stronger than me rest a finger to me a squeezy semicircle. But the Ruger, Gary and him best friend Alexander. Them a wonder what we a kill the wife for. The boy brain a fly. Would a BMX, would a be a drive-by.
Mad sounding tune, man. Again, the actual consistency in the in the vocal is very, very interesting. Really kind of intense vocal patterns, a lot of different directions being taken, and more than anything else, just that consistent intensity in the vocal. It feels like this is a tune with a purpose. This is a more than anything, this feels like a studio session that was planned. This wasn't a let's turn up and write something and see where it goes. There's an intensity about the vocal, you know. It definitely feels like this is designed with a course of direction in mind, and he's hitting home really, really cleanly. Let's go.
When the time right, look on your face full of fright. Shoot up in 9-9, think you bad well try violate them. Them a hate that you them rate we and we no rate them. Them a baby but a rima and a play pen. Kill a little faggot boy and him dear friend shell spin. Any boy want test we like a 7-day trial. Tape the murder TTNB and who make it go viral. Think them bad but like them still in a denial. Violate a rima man who kill you by the fucking dial. Where them know about a rima man who guns them with all kind of religion. Hey, mama fear healing and
that bass line down below is hard as well. It's an 808 kind of slide, and it just kind of illuminates towards the end of the phrase. Really, really cool. I'm trying to kind of make a comparison on his vocal, and I've got a very crazy, kind of combo that I feel would describe his actual vocal texture quite well. To me, he sounds like Chronic Law crossed with Chronixx. Just take a second. I know they all sound very different, but if you were to cross some of the flow patterns that you hear from Chronic Law and actually add the textures of Chronixx's voice when he raps, there's actually a real kind of timbre-based similarity in the way that he physically sounds, and the sort of patterns he maneuvers down. Not lyricism at all, but the actual just the way he uses cadence and the way that he actually projects. Combine Chronic Law with Chronixx, and I think this is the sort of area you'd end up in. Again, that might be a wild take, but yeah, that's that. I think that's pretty much on.
With them know about these bad man talks them from Ashby and Malabar Garden. With them know about the MP5 from Malta and the Ruger from Walton. Tell them this and another place and got the kill and believe in Father God, but in a drilling we are Satan. Get the pussy them a straight and family at home daddy husband them a wait pan, but them nah come mini Uzi him a dead from now. Dead murder, yeah down flat certa, shot a go bunny met girl.
I knew this would cause a thing. Zerimer is more lyrical than Chronic Law. Yeah, I'm not talking lyrics. I did say not talking lyrics, but just kind of enunciation more than anything else. Deadly Lord's playing flow and cadence is different. Maybe. What I've heard of Chronic Law, I can definitely hear a similarity. But yeah, interesting stuff. Hewlett, like if they both had a baby. Not physically like that, but if you were to kind of, I don't know, take their attributes and kind of reform them into one person. That's kind of what I meant by it. But yeah, it might be a wild take. I can definitely hear the Chronixx, though. You can in the actual vocal textures he uses, the actual vocal maneuverability, you can hear like a similarity to a lot of Chronixx. Not necessarily tunes, but just verses that you've heard from him over the years. Not a bad thing. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this sound, man. It's very, very cool. The Trinidad sound always seems to have such precision to it. It always seems to be very much on at the money. It seems to have very much like a purposeful kind of direction. I know I've said that already, but that's the impression it gives. It feels like this is a tune with meaning. And but by meaning, I mean like meaning in direction.
Disappear to me, turner. Boy, I feel dead murder. Shot a go bunny met girl. Lay down flat certa. Disappear to me, turner. Where them know about a rima man guns them with all kind of religion. Hey. Mama fear healing and chew a little possession make a wrong decision. With them know about these bad man talks them from Ashby and Malabar Garden. With them know about the MP5
there we
from Malta
go.
And the Ruger.
We're going to round off this one here then. The sounds of Zerimer with Arima. Guys, if you are locked in right about now, let me know your thoughts in the chat on the right-hand side. I'm very keen to hear your thoughts. Let me know your ratings out of 10 for this one. It's Deadly Lord's suggestion. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the sound. Again, there does seem to be such a kind of refreshing feel about the sort of Trinidad movement, obviously within dancehall. It just feels to be very kind of purposeful, very intense. The vocal ability always seems to have a very it just seems to be very high in actual vocal capability as well. The artists seem to be able to maneuver themselves really nicely. They seem to have a good combination of melodic attention, rhythmic attention, and actually attention to detail when it comes to lyricism as well. They just seem to be like... it's quite complete in what they do within this sound, which is always really interesting. But there we go. Deadly Lord giving this one a 10 out of 10, as you're supposed to do if it is your suggestion. Hewlett giving it an 8 out of 10 as well. DNA News TV giving it a 6 out of 10. Kimmo Rankin with the 7 as well. David Andre Hyatt giving this one an 8 out of 10. Very enjoyable stuff indeed. IK Fuego with the 6.5. So I say we're averaging around a 7.5 from everyone's things there. 7.5 seems to be about the average. But there we go. Fantastic stuff, guys. Big up each and every one of you getting involved right about now. We've got time probably for about 2 more. Now, someone called Danny put a suggestion in for a 2-pack featuring Eminem tune. Now, if anyone who works in YouTube or has ever kind of worked in and around kind of video-related stuff, you'll know that putting Eminem on anything is literally going to block any stream you ever do. So we are going to skip the Eminem tune. Danny, if you are in the chat, let me know and we can pick a different one. But I am going to skip the Eminem tune purely because... it's just going to get the stream blocked, and I'd rather the stream not get blocked whilst we're live. I just know for a fact it will. 2-pack and Eminem is going to get the stream blocked, like, realistically. But we are going to move on to Tiger's suggestion directly after that, coming from August Alsina and Chris Brown. Back to Sleep remix featuring, by Brutalism. So yeah, let's give this one a go. Out to everyone in the chat right about now. It's good to see so many of you joining us. Cool. So this one's a Brutalism remix. Again, I don't really know who Brutalism is. But we'll get into this one now. There we go, people. Out to everyone locked in right about now. It's good to see so many of you joining us. It's been a very enjoyable stream so far. As I said, we've probably got time for around 2 more. And then I'm going to have to shoot off because I've got things to do, people to see, places to be, and all sorts of other jargon to be involved in. So let's move forward on this one, and we'll go from there.
Focus. I just flew in town today and hoping that you notice. Did you notice?
This is nice, man. I'm loving the fact we've got cowbells running throughout the middle of the tune. Very, very potent sound to kind of have in this kind of scenario. The whole approach, again, I don't really know what the kind of vibe of this tune is, purely because it's saying it's a remix by Brutalism. The original was on 4.5mm. This is a remix. I don't know who Brutalism is. So I don't know if he's like an editor, a producer, a DJ, whatever. But the overall approach sounds really cool. I haven't heard the original, so I don't know how much it's differing. Sounding clean, though, again. Very sort of typically Chris Brown vocals over the intro. Deadly Lord saying, Cub, you'll see August and Chris Brown have different voices. Now, we've never said they have the same voice. We've only ever said they have similar vocal textures. That's what I've always maintained. And I've always maintained there's a similarity in sort of sound. Never said they have the same voice. Let's say it.
I just posted my landing. Wondering if the same old understanding stands. I know you got work pretty early. I'll be around by 3:30. Usually you're done by 1. So baby, when I wake you up, just let me ride.
This is taking me straight back to 2005. Again, really, really clean. As always with Chris Brown, he just has this ability to just create pleasing sounding vocals. Like, I don't know what it is about his texture. He just has a pleasing voice. That's literally it. The actual texture of his voice, the timbre, the way that he projects, it's just pleasing to the human ear. That's one of the reasons why he's so popular. And I don't know whether it's his kind of approach over the years, but it definitely has a kind of feeling that does pull you in. And I think Chris Brown's always been that as an artist, all the way back to Run It. He's always just had a voice that for some reason just sounds naturally appealing. And this is a great example of that. Lyricism's hilarious, but we'll keep going. Again, I'm loving the instrumental. I don't know if this is the original instrumental or not. If anyone has any news or kind of information on this as a tune and who Brutalism is, let me know, because I don't know. And obviously I'm listening, so I can't go and research. But do let me know in the chat on the right-hand side.
Don't stop now, don't stop now. Just hold on tight to me, girl.
You know what it is? Whenever I hear Chris Brown be really upfront, whenever I hear Chris Brown just say things, it always catches me. I don't know why. It just always throws me off because it's like, I see exactly what's going on. But yeah, no, it's sounding good. Okay, reading through this is the original instrumental apparently. Deadly Lord saying Brutalism is talented. August Alsina's nasal vocals says IK Fuego. DNA News saying Chris Brown's vocals are brilliant. He commands the rhythm. Hewlett saying Neo Soul has retired. Classic R&B. Agreed. Very much agreed. Give me classic R&B each and every day of the week.
Baby, let go. I'm about to hit this, about to make it climax so that you can get back to sleep. So, or you can take the day off so that I can stay up in it. You can blast off to them. Let me dive deep in your mind. Take our time, get lost and I feel it. I know you're ready for this sexual healing. Just let me ride. Fuck you back to sleep, girl. Oh, girl.
I don't know what it is. There's such a typical kind of Chris Brown pocket as well. That kind of that little pocket there. Utilizing the space between drums. It's such a typical kind of maneuver. It's just the fact that he says that over the top of it. That's what's catching me. But this is catchy though, man. I can see this being like a bit of a rave anthem, shall we say. I can see this being a big one in the clubs, a big one in the dances. Also a big tune to kind of play to someone who you are kind of with. It's got that kind of vibe to it. It's definitely kind of like a lover's vibe. But let me know in the chat on the right-hand side, people, how you are feeling about this one. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you're feeling. And then we're going to give it another 30 seconds or so. So let's get into it right about now.
Don't you stop. Don't stop now, don't stop now. Just hold on tight to me, girl. Fuck you back to sleep, girl. You can rock your back. Ain't sorry that I woke you. Ain't sorry about the job. Got sick in the morning so I could get a little bit more of your love. Ain't sorry that I woke you.
Deadly Lord, sadly. However fun it is, yeah, being entirely honest, I struggle to tell the difference between the two vocals. I don't know if that's just me. They sound very similar, even next to each other. It's almost highlighted more when they're next to each other how similar they sound, not the other way around. You could sort of tell. The only reason I could tell is because the picture changed in the background. If I'm being entirely honest, if that hadn't have happened, I would have still been waiting for the second vocal to come in. And maybe that's my ears not being as good as they should be. But just from a general listening perspective, unless you kind of know, they do overlap a lot sonically. Out to Oliver Damililo saying, I don't mind some Neo Soul songs like Thames Free Mind. Yeah, I'd say that does probably fall into the bracket, to be honest with you. Deadly Lord saying, lol, they sound different. They a bit. They sound very similar, though. To me, at least. DNA News saying, yes, that's true. I couldn't tell for true. See? Told you. Right, we've got one more tune to get into then. I'm going to need to quickly open up the Discord to find the next track, because it's written down in there. And it's not written down on my page. So I'm going to need to open the Discord up. Let's go and have a look-see. In here. It's all written down. Right, so the final one of the day is going to come to us from Ateka. One Day Cole featuring D'banj with You Bad. Very excited to get into this one. Yeah, I'm shooting off slightly early today, guys. I do apologise. Things to do. People to see. Places to be. Pints to drink. Always the way. Right, where's OBS gone? There we are. There we go. Live video. So this one Day Cole featuring D'banj. This one from 12 years ago. Two heavyweight names. Two classic names. But yeah, this one, the official video, out to check out. Out to Danny joining the chat. Hello, Danny. Yes, so, because of the request you put in, we're not able to do it, basically, because an Eminem tune will literally shut the stream down instantaneously. It will get blocked for copyright. Eminem, whoever handles Eminem's publishing is so hot on blocking stuff getting reacted to and stuff getting kind of seen online. I don't know why. I've tried to do Eminem stuff before and it's literally just been blocked instantaneously, so I don't really want to risk it on the stream. And unfortunately, we are now going to get into the last one of the day. So, unfortunately, that's how it goes sometimes. I do apologise. All I can say is try to get into the stream early next time and I'll be able to rectify it and be in the stream the whole way through. And then I'm able to kind of let you know, essentially. But there we go. Out to Godwin saying, please check that. Check out One Naira by M.I. Abega and Waje. It's a nice throwback. Eventually, we'll get around to it, but this one is going to be the last one we do for the day. As you can probably tell by my voice is going a little bit, and I don't want to push it too far, so I'm not actually able to do anything tomorrow. So this one is going to be the last one of the day. The sounds of One Day Cole featuring D'banj. It goes by the name of You Bad. Goes by the name of You Bad. I was rudely interrupted by the song we're about to react to. But there we go, guys. Hopefully everyone is good. If you are enjoying the stream, throw a fire emoji in the chat on the right-hand side. This one is going to be the last one of the day. So do get lively. Get ready to type out your thoughts on this one. Let's get into it right about now. Translates. Out to Kokoro Junior Boy saying, when are you going to interview Diamond Platinums? Our interview is recorded. It is done. It's going to be dropping on the channel on Monday. And it's going out live on radio at 9 a.m. on Monday morning UK time. So the interview is done. We have recorded it. He's a very nice guy. So you can check that out on this channel. The interview will be going out at 1 a.m. at 11 a.m. on Monday. So there you go. Oliver D'Amelio saying, this song is some serious throwback. Oh my god, I almost forgot the song exists. Godwin saying, I remember falling in love with this tune when I was 10 years old. Really good stuff. It's a wicked tune, man. Again, it's got a really... Again, it definitely has a lot of throwback energy to it. The kind of instrumentation style, the kind of low-ended kick drums in general. The whole approach to the tune has a really nice bounce to it. But... it just puts a smile on your face. I love that kind of verse structure as well, of that one thing will lead to one thing, and then one thing will lead to something. Like, you'd hear people doing that now and people going, oh my god, lyricism. Like, it's such a cool thing to be able to hear that this is going out so from such a long time ago, man. DNA News saying, this one, I give a 9 out of 10. I just love the fact the whole tune is like one long chorus. Like, that's just kind of how it sounds. Like, the whole kind of approach just has this very kind of party-ready feel. It feels like a tune you're listening to in a club, even if you're listening to it at home, even if you're listening to it in your room like I currently am. It just has this very kind of like... I don't know, it just feels like you're in a club when you're listening to it. It feels like you're listening to it with people. It has that party kind of atmosphere to it very naturally. Very, very cool stuff. Guys, how are we feeling about this one? Let's get some ratings in the chat on the right-hand side. This is the last track of the day, so let me know how you're feeling about it. Please, my friends, get involved and let me know. It's great to see so many of you joining us as well. I'm very much enjoying this one. I can't lie. I'm very much enjoying the sounds. It's putting me into a good mood. But as I said, this is going to be the last one, so I want to see everyone. The fact as well, that percussive line underneath just hasn't moved. It's been there the entire time. It's been the pulsating heart of the tune. Like, it's constantly kind of just constantly moving forward. It's constantly just driving the tune rhythmically. It's allowing pockets over which the vocals are just allowed to kind of roam free. Again, vocally, these two sound kind of cool next to each other. Like, it's been a very enjoyable thing. The video as well, it's so kind of so of the time. It reminds me of the No Letting Go video a little bit. I can't lie to you, with the kind of beach scenes. And it's very, very good. Out to Taiwo. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you, Taiwo. It has been a minute. I hope you're all good. Can you react to Brimo's Alumo? Again, this is going to be the last one from today. As you can probably tell from my voice is very much in the mud at the moment. I've had such a busy few days of interviewing and kind of video-related stuff. But yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. My voice is very much on the edge, hence why we're finishing a little bit early today. We're only finishing about 5 minutes earlier than we normally would, so there we go. Out to Kokore Junior boys, saying, okay, thank you for good news. Today you will get more subscribers to your channel because you always deliver good news, always. Big up you. Big up you. Thank you for helping push the channel as well. It's such a cool thing to see. Ateka saying Don Jazzy produced it. That's really cool to hear. So earlier someone said you can hear Don Jazzy a bit in the chorus. That's what Kimmer Rankin said. Yeah. Really, really cool. IK Fuego saying Lekpa Tobad, Aroba Tobad. This one, Kane Ginger, Forget One Day, Cole, Naoga at the top. Interesting. Taiwo saying, well done, bro. We love you. Love you lot too, man. It's always good to see so many of you getting involved in these chats, and obviously everyone supporting the channel. It's absolutely crazy, man. Never thought we'd get to 30k. 30k. What? 30,000 people have clicked yes on this channel. That's so mental to me. Alongside that as well, we're over 250,000 monthly plays now. So it's mad. Like, it's almost exhausting to think about that many people. But yeah, it's so cool to be able to see. And I know I haven't done that many videos this week. It's purely because my voice has been in the state it's in. But I have been recording content for next week. And you're going to get 3 very good interviews next week. You are going to get an interview with Praise as well. His new album's out there and it's really, really good. You're also going to be getting an exclusive album breakdown interview with Oshe. Obviously, she's in the UK at the moment because she's got a show at the Royal Albert Hall, and I was very lucky to sit down with her for around 20 minutes or so to break down the stories behind the songs on her album, which is so cool. That interview's coming out on Thursday as well, so you've got loads of content coming next week, so that's going to make up for not that much posting this week. But we're going to give this one another 30 seconds or so, and then we are going to round off the stream. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. Give me a rating on the chat on the right hand side, and then we're going to be finished up. Let's go. Round off there. One Day Cole featuring D-Banj with You Bad, a classic sounding club anthem. This one, Ateka giving it a 9 out of 10. Deadly Lord with the 7 out of 10 as well. A few other people have given ratings. Let me find them in the chat. Pretty sure I saw a rating from a couple of... No, apparently not. There we go. Right, guys. DNA News with the 9 out of 10. That's the one. Oliwa D'Amelio saying, yay for the Brimo review, especially the albums 9 and Winter and Harmattan. We'll join early next time to put in a request. Love these sessions. Thank you for joining the session. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Rakaya giving this one a 9 out of 10 as well. Fantastic stuff. These sessions are all about you guys more than anything else. Obviously, I can sit in my room and put together as many videos as I want, but I never know whether you guys are actually going to like the videos or not. However, this is my kind of way on a Friday of being able to actually connect with you guys who support the channel, and it's such a cool thing to be able to do. We've got regulars in here that are always here, and it's such a cool thing to be able to talk to you all as well, and then we get to react to the music that you want me to react to, so it works both ways. Everyone wins. Taiwo saying, gotta bring CubCam in on Brimo ASAP. I've done a couple of Brimo things, I think. Maybe on lives, maybe, or just one-offs, perhaps. Definitely played a few Brimo tunes and mixes, I know that. Dara saying, that's amazing you were able to interview Oshe again. It's one we've had locked in for like a month and a half. We've just been looking for the right date for it. She's in the UK at the moment, prepping for her Royal Albert Hall show, which I really need to grab a ticket for, to be honest with you, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. But yeah, she was so cool to interview, man. So cool. So kind of genuine, so easy to talk to, so naturally expansive, and so kind of ingrained in her craft. It's really, really cool to see. Obviously, she's a legend at what she does, so it was really interesting to kind of just sit there and let her explain things more than anything else. It was such a cool experience. But yeah, guys, do remember, next week we do have Diamond Platinum's interviews coming out on Monday. Our interview with Praise coming out on Tuesday, and we also have an interview with Oshe coming out on the Thursday. We're going to have the full review of the new Boj album coming out on Wednesday, as well as any other any other kind of reactions or things that drop. And obviously all the clips from this will be going up over the weekend, and then we'll get into the Terry EP next week and the new one from Cade as well. So there's loads of content on the way. Don't you worry. Loads of good stuff still coming. And we may have an interview with Terry locked in as well. So we may well be speaking to Terry about the brand new EP the following week. But we'll see as that one goes. Guys, as always, it has been a fantastic pleasure talking to each and every one of you. Hopefully I haven't waffled on too much and the grisly nature of my vocals haven't perturbed your evening. Hopefully you've all enjoyed yourselves. I want to send a thank you to each and every one of you who has been joined in, and of course a thank you to each and every one of you who's put a request in, and each and every one of you who's been supporting the channel. I love each and every one of you. It's always great fun to talk to all of you, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a great rest of your Friday. That's it from me though. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have and you aren't already for some reason, please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you later, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. Man, they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.